Thanks for joining me for my Q&A video series. Today's question is, how can I speed up my release? How can I release the puck quicker? Well, I'm going to give you 4 examples. There are many more, but I have 4 examples and suggestions to help everyone to speed up the release. One is, if you want to speed up your release, one of the best things to do is to elevate your hand speed. So work on your hand speed. Where do you work on your hand speed? In the gym. A lot of times I hear from players that they're tired of going to the gym. It's just a routine. Everyone goes, so I need to go as well. If you can have the mindset when you go into the gym that you're going to improve your shot, you're going to improve your skating, you can improve your reaction time, your agility, and that all applies to your shooting, and that can help you to also speed up your release by asking your trainers to work on quick twitch muscle fibers in short distances, and that will allow them to understand what you're trying to do, and then they can create personal individual exercises that'll help you to work on quick twitch muscle fibers or quick reaction with your upper body. I highly recommend that you go in with a mindset that when I'm done here in the gym and I get back out on the ice, what I did in the gym is going to benefit me on the ice. And you want to take that mindset of working out, training off ice to ensure that you feel good about it, because you know you're going to benefit from it when you go on the ice. That's my first suggestion. My second suggestion is to try and shorten the preparation time it takes to get ready to shoot. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you some illustrations, but one of the things that I found that players do is they'll recognize a target and then they'll try to prepare for it, but because the puck's in a certain position, in a natural certain position, it takes a little bit more time to get ready to take that shot. And one of the things that I would recommend is, I like to refer puck preparation or puck position when you're carrying it down the ice in a way of a clock, and the way the clock works. So righties, when they travel down the ice, now these are your skates, these are the blades of your skates, and you're traveling forward in that direction. So think of anything that's right in front of your nose is at 12 o'clock. So what righties do that is very common, they'll control the puck between 1 and 2 o'clock. So they'll maneuver with it and they'll stick handle it while they're going forward between 1 and 2 o'clock. And then when it's time to shoot, once the target's recognized, they have to load the puck. So they have to prepare it from this natural position all the way down from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Or somewhere around 3 or 4 o'clock. Now keep in mind, this is your skate blade here, and 3 o'clock's like right in the middle of your foot, the outside part of your foot or your skate. And that's where most commonly the puck will travel from a 1 to 2 o'clock position all the way over to 3 o'clock position. So think of this. To speed up your release, I recommend and suggest to most players, instead of commonly controlling it in this position near 1 o'clock, try and move it over towards 2 o'clock a little bit more in this area here. And that will, as a righty, that will allow you to prepare the puck a little bit quicker, or better yet, some players can shoot the puck from 2 o'clock when you jump into it to take your shot. So preparation is critical. Lefties, you can see it's opposite. Lefties, you're at 11 o'clock, between 11 and 10, somewhere around 11 o'clock, but to shoot it, it's got to go to 9 o'clock for it to be released. So I suggest and recommend that those lefties will take the puck closer to 10 o'clock, so it shortens the distance between the starting point or the maneuvering point, where your preparation phase gets into your loading phase before you release it. So if you shorten the distance or practice maneuvering the puck in different positions around the clock. Now, the one thing that I've recognized in many, many years of data research and watching players is you can't always keep the puck in the same position because of the stress levels and the direction changes and how you're being attacked on the ice. When you're changing direction, the puck has to change position too. It's got to go all over the place. That's understandable. But when you're training to speed up your release based on your quickness you want to make sure that you efficiently prepare the puck quicker and maybe work with it in a different spot that's closer to your release point. Or even better yet, the thing that can benefit you the most is trying to even control the puck closest to your actual preparation or loaded phase, where the puck is loaded to. If you can maneuver with it there, then you have almost zero or next to no time to prepare, and it's ready to go at all times. And that's the key, is being able to shorten this distance on the clock. It's very, in my opinion, this is one of the most important things to help you with to speed up your release. Now, that's number 2. Number 3, we want to lessen the load when we get it there. So if you've gone from maneuvering the puck into this area, even over beside you more, closer to your release points, then it's critical to, when you get it loaded, not to load it too far after you've prepared it. And what most players will do sometimes is, here's your skates, and here's the puck, and the puck has been up front here. Now you got to shoot it. You recognize the target. So players will bring the puck back. Here's your 3 o'clock for your righties. Here's your 9 o'clock for your lefties. So get it in this position here. Then what they'll do is commonly they'll overload it, thinking they're going to get more power, and that puck will go a little bit past the back of your heels while you're skating towards your target. Or you pause when you go to take your shot. It's okay to pause to get the puck ready, as long as your momentum and you have a high rate of speed built up. It's critical to try and think of, if you always load the puck naturally when you're training, back behind your heels of your skates or past your blades, then I recommend when you're practicing, move it up a little bit and then shoot from there. But my ultimate goal would be, get your loaded position after you prepared it from this starting point all the way to this starting point. Does that make sense? So instead of loading it from 1 or 2 o'clock all the way down to 3 or past 3 o'clock, we just want to make sure we load it in front of 3 o'clock in this area so that we can shoot from here. So think of that distance and think of that preparation, and don't overload. If the puck goes past your heels, a really good indicator is your top hand on your stick. I call it your grip hand. So if your grip hand goes across your body, then that means the puck has exceeded the 3 o'clock loading mark, or that preparation phase, when your top grip hand slides across your body for righties. For lefties, obviously it's opposite, and it goes across your body. That means you've overloaded the puck. I have a saying that you want to try and think about sometimes is when you're practicing, think of like less load, more explode. So don't load up the puck too far. You don't want to get into a reach situation, because things change with the angles of your arms. And the farther away things are from your core, your extremities, the weaker they are. They can operate close to your body with more power. And that's another thing that you can talk to your off-ice trainers about, is by keeping your hands in tight and using and maneuvering them close to your core. If you build your core, and that's being committed to the gym, then it's gonna build your extremities, or it's gonna build your levers or your arms and hands. And we want to keep things in close. We don't want to reach out. When you keep things close, it's much more deceptive when you're taking your release. But to speed up your release, just to go over those 3 things, is work out in the gym, create your core, and introduce things to your, or ask questions and introduce things to your strengths coaches to allow you to work on quick twitch muscle fibers. Shorten the preparation. 12 o'clock's right here. 1 and 2, you want to make sure you shorten that maneuvering position and practice with the puck in those areas so that you can shorten the distance to get it loaded up when you're ready to release. And then also, don't load it past, when it is loaded, don't load it past your body. Don't reach for it. Make sure that the puck is nice and close and at 3 o'clock maximum to your heels, so that you don't reach, or your hands don't go across your body. Now, the camouflage I'm talking about, the deception part, is if you do lessen your load and you speed up your preparation and you work on that timing, then your hands stay in front of your body. So normally your gloves in games, they match your uniforms. So if you can keep your top grip hand in front of your body, which means you're loading the puck less, then that's going to be a disguise. It's hard. It's camouflage when your gloves are in front of your jersey, because they match. If you reach out, then you can see there's space out here. The goalies can recognize those reaching situations, and it's like a trigger to them where you're going to take your shot. And that preparation and that great efficiency, and when you lessen the load, because you've reached out, then all those things become a negative attribute. So we want to make sure that we stick with those and don't overload. That's critical. The other thing is, the fourth one is, what I tend to suggest to players is when you recognize that target, so the recognition or finding it is just as important as loading the puck, preparing the puck, and releasing the puck. But if you find those targets late, if your head comes up later, then it's a little bit more challenging to get the shot there as quick as possible. And then that makes you elevate or accelerate all those phases. But we want to make sure we do them efficiently, comfortably, with quickness. We don't want to have urgency. I hear a lot of coaches say, we need to be more urgent when we shoot. You need to be more urgent when you're chasing somebody, or you're attacking, your back check, forecheck, or creating stress levels for other players when you're doing your battle situations. But to me, urgency, it rhymes with emergency. And that means things, to me, it sounds like things are kind of out of control. They're a little sporadic out there. But if you can take out the urgency and replace it with quickness and efficiency, then you're going to be able to, number one, you're going to have the strength and the power to already do it because you're working out in the gym and you're thinking about working on quick twitch muscle fibers when you shoot. Number two, you're going to shorten the distance of your preparation because you're efficient and you've recognized the target. It means your head's up. Number three, once the target is recognized, you're not going to load it too far back. And if you save that loading space, then that's going to save time. And the shorter that you load something towards the target, the quicker it's going to get there. So I always ask players, why you're going forward towards the target, don't take the puck too far back because you think you're going to get more power by really overloading the puck. You're feeling like you're getting strength. But that is a natural feeling. The way to fix that, how do you get good at something? You got to practice. You got to do consistency of execution, lots of repetition. So like I said, but don't make too much of a big change. If you load the puck back to this area here, then I don't expect you to bring it all the way up to your toes right away and shoot from there, because that'd be uncomfortable. So the way to enhance and progress on any type of technique or any type of shot phase is to do it in small increments. Make sure if you're loading the puck to here, it's still at 3 o'clock, which is a great spot, but now you can move it up maybe half a puck length, maybe a quarter of a puck length, and shoot from there for a certain period of time or a certain number of repetitions as you're going through the fix of, or the improvement of, speeding up your release. Then move it up a little bit more, maybe a week later, and then move it up a little bit more, maybe a week later, and then all of a sudden you're going to find yourself, your loading phase is lessened so much, a huge distance. And in hockey, small distances and small time allotments mean a lot. So if you can make a 1 centimeter adjustment, that's like making a 10-mile adjustment because of the natural feelings that a player has. So I highly recommend to exercise those 4 things. And when you're doing your training, one of the things that I've been popular with is, I hear a lot about the 10,000 puck challenge, the 5,000 puck challenge. Coaches are giving all these challenges. You got to shoot 5,000 pucks in a certain period of time. One of the things that I'd like to, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're doing it correctly, but if you're learning something, when you're trying to change a technique or enhance a technique, it's important to understand that it's not how fast you shoot 20 pucks. It's how fast you shoot 1 puck 20 times. And try and remember after every shot to have a mental checklist or a physical one. When you take your shot, you can mark your starting point with a marker or a piece of tape, or depending if you're shooting on the ice, you can use your stick to hit the ice to create a mark in there, a divot or something like that. And ensure that you know that your body's set in the same position. Try and be as consistent as possible. And that's the way that you can help yourself to improve at a slower rate of speed. But it makes a lot of a difference, a big difference, if you take things in small increments. And that's what's really important to me is making those small changes. I don't want to make you too uncomfortable when you're trying to enhance your shot release or speed up your release. I want you to be comfortable. And the other thing is, I'm sure that there are things you're doing really good. So the things that feel really good when you're making changes, you can improve on those as well. You can improve on speeding things up, the spot you started at, the time it takes to prepare it, how you recognize the target, and how do you hit a target when you shoot or pass? You got to find it. You got to find it with your eyes. A lot of players commonly, and there's a lot of common things that are okay. We just want to make sure that we take those common things that are on the negative side and switch into a positive. A lot of players, what they'll do is they'll see the puck, they'll see the target, then they'll look at the puck, and then they'll watch the puck as you release it. They'll watch it get to the target. We want to try and, when that target's recognized, we want to make sure our confidence levels are high, understanding that the puck is against our blade. We notice the puck, we're prepared with it. It's there. And then you look to the target and watch the puck or watch the biscuit hit the target, and then that tells you that your head's elevating, and there's a lot of different things we can do. So that's a wrap for today's question. I'd like you guys to stay tuned. There's been a lot of great questions coming in, and we're going to do these things as frequent as possible, but I hope you got some information that's going to work for you, and I really look forward to tuning in for the next one, and I'll see you guys there.